Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast with me, your host, Pearl Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero of sight, defender of the fatherland, off here to a glorious 1v1. Oh, you guessed it, it is Faymonville Approach in the northwest. It is Darkcrow, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 15th Panzergunner Division with Lightning War, Spearhead, and German Mechanized with infantry, mine and machine gun bullets. For the southeast, it is Ashablois, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Here with the, let's just go with 4th Armored Division with Urban Assault, Airborne Company, and Tactical Support with ambulance and infantry bullets, including the very handy Rifleman Veterans again bullets in there. Gun the MD42 for Darkcrow, double rifle in there for Ashablois. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, these champions, these heroes that are of the Propagandacast. You too can join the heroic examples and support the work of it by pledging on Patreon yourself, or you can donate via PayPal. Links in the description. You know, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. But a bit of heavy skirmishing here between the Pioneers and the Reaction 74-2 grenades moving forwards here in the northeast. Ashablois rifle advancing there for the eastern fuel point. Steady stuff there, steady stuff. Reaction's valiantly falling back here as the machine moves up. Grenadiers advancing as well, steadily. Bit of dodging about here in the southeast. Nothing further on the Ashablois. Imagine we're seeing a third rifle squad into a lightly fast lieutenant, though the captain has been starting to gain more popularity in the 1v1 meta, which is a bit interesting. Darkcrow quickly popping in and out here with the machine gun. Not just content with sticking in one place and forgetting about it. Very good. Thumbs up. Going in aggressively there. Of course, need to be careful not to get too aggressive either, but, you know, active machine gun players, the Wehrmacht, I find is always crucial. Popping in here, expecting the opponent to try to sneak through there. That is really nice tactical tendency. Stops up right in front of the door. And I feel like I should just pop into the building here, to be honest, instead of just stopping up right side of the door. I mean, obviously gives more the opponent time to react, but at the same time, it leaves the flank a bit more exposed here. There you go, pops in. We'll see if Ashablois might be tempted to go for urban assault to quickly pop a Molotov. Pioneers being in southwards here. Second Grenadier squad ready. Third rifle squad there for Ashablois. In the south here, Grenadiers right at the echelons. There you go, rifle squad caught here, but they do manage to get away before getting suppressed. Really good foot maneuver here so far between Darkcrow and Ashablois. Rifle squad time from north here into the centre victory point. Pioneers, of course, can't deal with that. Machine reposition. Again, notice the way that Darkcrow doesn't just park the machine in one place, but use it fairly actively, but at the same time, I would say, not recklessly either. So that's very good there. And again, highlights, I think, one of my, as always, prime lessons about playing Wehrmacht. It comes down to using machine guns actively and well. Third Grenadier squad there for Darkcrow. Southern port secured. I guess keeping the Grenadier squad down there just in case, but at this point I think he should realise the more the fighting's happening around the centre, he needs to get more troops in there. Schnell. That said, if Ashablois can't break this is going to be a win for Darkcrow, I think, on a fairly significant level. On the other hand, if this falls, Darkcrow's going to be in some deep sauerkraut. Lots of maneuvering here. Pioneers being bled out. Machine gun popping in there. Grenadiers around from the several sides. See, other squad moving to grab the point there. Pioneers doubling out of there. Lots of damage being done there. Go Grenadiers ultimately overwhelm the rifle squad. Ashablois loses the engagement, and Darkcrow stands triumphant for Deutschland. Back here, rifle squad on the way, being reinforced. We got the lieutenant far up north here. Rearson moving back to grab points here. So a lot of action here, a lot of maneuvering here, and a lot of aggressive play. We got another MD42 here. Darkcrow, one of the few Wehrmacht players will know that actually goes for more than one MD42 early on. Some players will go for them later, but Darkcrow's kind of one of the players that consistently goes for early multiple machine guns, which again can be tricky, but at the same time can also be very rewarding. In fact, some players tend to psychologically get a bit pressured by it. That said, again, if you make a mistake, you can quickly hand over a machine to opponents. So there's obviously some risks involved there, but it is also, I would say, very rewarding if you can make it work. Going to move down here, second infantry ramming. I imagine we're seeing tech next here, though, for Darkcrow. Sneak about there with some depleted Grenadiers, bit risky here. Still no doctrine for Ashablois, and no son of grenade. Oh, spoke too soon. Just to say they hadn't gone for grenades. Next one for the grenades. Oh, double cheek here. Tried to bait the main to the grenade here, but Darkcrow, of course, being an experienced player, saw through here Ashablois' ruse and avoided having the main blown up. But, you know, bit of a trick there. Chucking them right at the door because players will actually just, you know, try and get away from the grenade or popping out of the building. And so sometimes you can get a wipe with that. So, sneaky play there by Ashablois. Very sneaky. But again, Darkcrow saw right through it. Yeah, machine guns are setting up and more covering up a fiber. There you go. Lieutenant could throw smoke in and then sort of charge in on the, you know, the grenade to finish it off. Back here, tech almost done. Grenadiers and all that depleted. Need to get a bunk up or could rush out a half track. Ralph's good routed. Still not on a doctrine here for Darkcrow. But so fairly Nice action between these two players. A nice little dance of battle. Bunker there, slightly repositioned, interestingly enough. Also, I don't know why they're still keeping up there. So there go machine in the centre. Gunny's doubling back here, machine sitting up here, so forming up a pair of strong points. That said, obviously some blind spots here, plus smoke screens would further complicate affairs here, but at the same time, it obviously forms up a fairly strong frontage here that can, without significant like tactics or support, be a bit tough there for the average American player to punch through. Though of course, Ashablois is not the average American player. Tech down there, no like to make, oh there we go, like to make a nice complete done. Gonna use, they could of course equip the light machine gun. Could also go for lightning roll for the G43s. Versus the Americans, G43s in my experience tend to be quite a handy upgrade. But that's that. Gonna be sitting out there from the base. Bit of a standoff here, so again Ashablois trying to figure out how to clear this out. Partly because again a slightly deeper flank is going to be a bit tougher due to the machine from here could actually cover up parts of it, so that leaves only this area here, and there's already bar one other obstacle. So an attack is actually slightly tougher for Ashablois again without actual support. But there you go, Ashablois goes to the mortar. Excellent. You want mortar support here. 2 thumbs up to Ashablois. Combine this with grenade, and I think Ashablois could do some really nice work. But that said, before Ashablois going to have the opportunity for that, we see here that Darkcrow's launching an assault here. Thumbs up to that. Well, assault it seems more like a raid. South side, we got guns coming up there as well, but we got the mortar here. And looks like Ashablois for the most part is looking to slightly divert forces, but overall looks to be punching through. Will there be smoke screen? Just barrage. There we go, regular high explosives. That's it. Darkcrow, of course, realizing when this match is going, goes for mortar of his own as well. So both players, of course, realizing light artillery is pretty good on this map. So, 2 thumbs up to both players. Following up with the Stuart light tank, very good. Darkcrow, of course, with his mortar here, does not have an anti-tank weapon, and he hasn't laid down mines. So the Stuart here could be quite effective right now in conjunction with the infantry, the grenades, and the mortars. There we go. Ashablois now down to Pierce here, looking to probe around them, figure out that there's actually a way to push through, which there is, of course, and now actually makes the push. Gun is right here with the grenades. Good play there by Ashablois, catching Darkcrow a bit off guard. Mortar is ready, bombarding in return. Stuart out here for Ashablois, freedom and democracy. Sentiment abandoned here as Ashablois pulls into it like a tide of freedom and democracy. Stuart light tank rushing forward here for Ashablois. M5A1 there. Grenadiers almost got the resistance here. They can engage, but the Lieutenant Mortify keeps raining down there. The well has been shattered. And then Grenadiers push back right about here. Further pressure, looking to further exploit gaps in Darkcrow's lines. We've got S1 fields here. Not bad, not bad. Darkcrow, of course, needs a pack 40 here. Unless he's planning to rush it in tech, which he's not. Ambulance out there for Ashablois. Very good there. Pack 40 on whether the Panzer Abwehr on the field 6 Stuart firing away. The Lieutenant to block as well. They're going to use arriving with the light machine gun. They're finding there once more the scene of intense carnage, brutality, and skill. Stuart falling back here, not risking a pack 40 in a surprise Panzerfaust. Got the infantry coming up. The gun is arriving. Pack 40 halfway done. Lots of action here so far. Mortar there at the ready. Pack 40 almost done. Again, Ashablois here basically taking the tactically appropriate stance, which is, fairly safe distance, because they've no plan to charge in anyways. And of course, there's the possibility of the pack. They do not know where the pack is currently in terms of timing, so Ashablois, of course, playing it very safe. So, thumbs up there, thumbs up, and the south is moving forwards. Almost got the centre victory point here. We got 487 to 429. And the south here, reasons they're spotting the S mines, got something to block that push through. And the pack 4 is ready, mortifying away there. Oh, got close enough to the Panzerfaust here. Ashablois there, perhaps got a bit betrayed by the pathing. South here, Reason's Raft spot moving forward, going to need to be careful. M42, light machine gun MT42 supporting. Pack 4 coming up here, modifying Lieutenant kills not Lieutenant Jones, but Private Miller. Gonna need to be threatened by the Raft squad on the flank here. Pack 45 looking to destroy the tank traps, and does so excellent. M42, we've got Grenadiers Raft squad just all heavy intense fighting here. Mortar being moved up as well here to support the attack further. Very good. German mortar responding back here. Up north, taking advantage of Ashablois' hard push in the centre and the fact that he's not completely collapsing fast enough, and thus looking to exploit this sector push moving up north. In boat move here by Darkcrow, but seems to be working best for Ashablois. Respond to this with a 5th cup to help control the front line a bit. A lot of calculations are being done by both players. A lot of mind math here to try to figure out what they can get away with, while at the same time committing to the major engagement. Mortar court push back. Back reinforcing, healing. No tech yet there for Darkcrow. Could try and pull for another pack 40. Worth noting, we had 10 minutes into the game and neither side chose no doctrine. So there's definitely some hesitation there from both sides to commit. Bit of hesitation there. Or perhaps just a lack of clarity there as to what they want to do. Again, constantly threatening the S-Mount with the minesweepers there. Mortar raining down. Grenadiers moving up. And got the Grenadiers up north. Great kill here. Actually, there's the Pioneers that got wiped, not the Grenadiers. Oh, well, that's a good kill. Also got Teg on the way there. After the Pioneers. Mortar on the building there. In the center, another push forwards here. Pack 40 caught in a bat spot. No machine to hold up here. It becomes fairly easy to punch through here. Darkrow's responding to this already, but the pack 40 being pushed back makes it easy as well for the Steward to punch through. Further making it difficult for Darkcrow to stabilize the center here. So caught out of formation here by Ashablois. Brutally so and efficient. The machine now chopping hammered by the Steward, and the pack 40 can't support the terrain here, making it difficult due to the shot blockers here and around there as well. In the south, Econ is making progress there. Could actually threaten to flank up behind Ashablois. Looks like what's happening here. In fact, mortars being repositioned, troops retreating. Had these been Panzer Grenadiers or something else, that could have been a wipe in the Rifle squads, or squads even, which would have been pretty painful for Ashablois. But fortune did not favour Darkcrow with that much foresight, it seems. Or at least the idea of Panzer Grenadiers. Doesn't have to go for Panzers, but again, they are quite handy for stuff like that. 5th car there, being mortared. Lieutenant popping into the building here. A lot of death and destruction. Sandbags wrecked. Next close being wiped out here. Rifle squad shooting there. Tech almost done here for Darkcrow, and there you go. Mortar gaining veterans who won. And this fight has really got a lot going for it. And the MB-43 just keeps blazing away. Keep shooting, Fritz, keep shooting. That's what I'm doing. I'm a machine gunner. I can literally just keep shooting. That's it. That's my entire job description. In the south here, grenades being swapped with 2 rifle squads, of course, a threat of grenades here. Worth noting, Ashablois hasn't popped a grenade in some time. I wonder if this is actually part of some psychological trick to make Darkcrow forget Ashablois grenades and then just chuck them in, or they're just forgetting, because there's always these mind games going on there. You never quite know. Machine sitting up here. Positioning, though, is suspect. Particularly since they're popping into the minefield. Well, it's right next to it. Grenade off. Very nice grenade there. Also, just, I'm guessing there was some sort of like mishap here. Now I need to move down. They should pop a rifle grenade into the S-mine field, since the S-mines can still be set off by explosions. That way they could sort of like, you know, get some kills off. There we go. There we go. Almost got a weapon on the Icelands. 5th car there being suppressed by the MG42. Pinned down, in fact, to the ground here. Ashablois keeps up pressure. No tech yet there. Suppomacor going up here. In fact, it's up for Darkcrow. Thumbs up. Could try for an Austrian right now, actually. I mean, Ashablois doesn't have the cap now, so now to tank guns. Tanks are not happening anytime soon either, so the Austrian right now would be supremely potent for Darkcrow versus Ashablois, as it could tear through the infantry and the support weapons and light vehicles quite efficiently. So I think an Austrian rush here for Darkcrow would be an excellent choice. Theoretically, could also commit to a command tank. That could also be quite a good choice. Of course, they could also just go for the Pentafor, which is the nice, safe choice, but you know, I like to be the chap to like exploit opportunities and like get as much damage in, which is fine, is what typically tends to get you to a lot of good work against the Wehrmacht, but that's just me. But again, Panther here, of course, is a nice solid choice, you know, nothing wrong with that. It's good versus the infantry vehicles, and of course also keeps you, in short versus armor. Definitely feel like the Austrian would just like, being the more exploitative option. They just like, look to further disrupt here Ashablois, maybe had some higher chance of swift gains. Northern machine versus the Rifle squad. I like how Darkcrow keeps using the machine guns active. And South here, mine being disrupted here, but the Steward cleared out. Need to get that machine gun out before it gets cleared out by the Yankees. Mortar there with 2 kills. Last squad still suppressed there, begging for sweet assistance. BAR's up there. Still no doctrine of Ashablois off of Darkcrow. It's very slowly approaching the 20-minute mark, and they're sort of both still dithering about on that front. Mortar there misses. Punishment, there we go, getting flanked from the south of the Rifle squad there. Good pressure by Ashablois there. Good opportunity sensed. The south pack 40 moving back here again, trying to catch up with that Steward, but Ashablois they're very good at keeping it elsewhere. Panther 4 though is closely right around the corner here for Darkcrow for Deutschland. Mortis camping away there. We got 5 kills in the American though. Neither side has used really any smoke though. Thumbs down though. Thumbs down. Wild Culture pressed. Panzer Kampfwagen Figure face right here for Darkcrow. South Wales advancing, gun is moving in there. Tank trucks being laid up here by Ashablois Forces of Freedom. Panther moving forward, the pin option being added. Quick grenades off here. Gonna do sent packing. Ashablois now's really got a good push going here, and Darkcrow's line is faltering. That's it, they do have the tank advantage. Now they just need to leverage here properly versus Ashablois, get as much damage in there as fast as possible. Full units will try on the south here, Berlin collapsed. Hard to say who did it was the Ashablois or it was Darkcrow, maybe even both. We got 415 and 43. Nice lead here to Darkcrow in terms of victory points over Ashablois. And we got airborne finally adopted, chosen. These Pathfinders 50 kills, paratroopers, anti-tank gun being airdropped there, but in fact right now, plus the P-47. One advantage of airborne, of course, is it allows you to, like, just choose one of the two, command posts, and then just get this crucial either machine guns and tank guns by airdrop for the other one. Let's clear what they're doing. Also, smokes in the center. Thumbs up there to Darkcrow. Found some smoke there. Finally. Machine guns moving up there. Looks like Ashablois going to utilize the smoke against Darkcrow. Bit awkward there. Panther 4 those ready to support here with the main gun and machine guns. The typical Panther 4 had a whole machine gun, a coaxial machine gun on top of the pinball machine, giving a total of 3 machine guns. Little fun fact there. North Stewart pressuring the base here. Ashablois could go for Sherman soon, and we got the heavy Panther call for Darkcrow. That seems fairly ambitious. Trying to move straight hit for tier 4 right now. Definitely not what I would recommend in the current circumstance. Again, I would recommend more armor now than trying to sort out for the bigger armor. That is always me there. Oh, smoke there to take up the tree of the mortar. Not bad. Well, of course, if they hadn't thrown the mortar, the smoke would have always been out there already. So. Mortar there with close to the ace level there. Glenn is pushing southwards there. Major sent packing in a major way in there. Ralph Court racing there in heavy cover. Glenn squid rifle grenaded. Go. Heavy machine running in there as well. Lots of fighting still. Just ruthless battlefield faction there. Go Darkcrow fan committing to Mechanized. So the command tank. The 250-1 half track. Vehicle crew repair. Spotting scopes and the howitzer. Oh, we got the spotting scopes and the Panther 4. Showing the way there for Ashablois, very good. Darkcrow got some manpower float there. Could consider fuel cache, could consider another mortar. Panther gun lasers I think would also be a nice option. Could also try for like a half track right now, but I think at this stage without that Panther gun to like crew it, it may be less efficient. At least less effective. And even then I probably would recommend to take more before trying in with the 250 half track and some Panzer MDs. The half-tech definitely should have been like out earlier. And again, he could have gone for the doctrine, like say rushed out a 250 half-tech. That could have had some options here versus Ashablois as well. But oh well. Ashablois definitely looking a lot more stronger now than they did like, about 6 or 7 minutes earlier ago. Bit of fun around here before trying to leave the echelons. And there you go, Panther 4 strikes, hits his own. My God, look where you're shooting! You got Helmut! I'm sorry he looked American. He wasn't that fat! I said I was sorry! Got another instant being airdropped here for Ashablois. Ooh, that was a good shot from the Panther 4 there somehow. And South Wales still in the defense here. Feel like Darkcrow's starting to get a bit more passive again. Not part of again just for him going for tier 4, wanting to save the resources up. It causes him to play more defensively, which concedes more initiative and room to maneuver to Ashablois. Another reason why I would not necessarily recommend going for the heavy Panzer Corps, because if you start losing initiative as the Wehrmacht, you're usually in trouble. Okay, never mind, it's the Panzerwerfer, so. Well, if Ashablois doesn't commit to more armor, it could work out, but I think if like Ashablois to go for another Sherman, there's Panzerwerfer. could possibly end up having a bit of a less efficient time. Also depends on how much Ashablois bunches everything up for the Panzerwerfer to really be good. Major Fortune sent in against the Panther 4 and the MG42. Machine gun bunker up there. That's an interesting positioning of it. I mean, it's there, I guess, to cover some of the problems further forwards, but I also feel like, you know, there's quite a bit of the arc of fire that's going to be covered up, so I'm not entirely sure about that one. We'll have to see how that works out. North, though, small push of the mortar, the grenadiers, and the pioneers. Panzerwerfer being hauled forwards here by Darkcrow's crew. And unleashing a full 10 rockets here against Ashablois. Right in the centre here. Direct hit on the mortar crew and a bit on the anti-tank crew for a total of 4 kills, but no wipes. Still, killed something. Far up north here, you got the Pirates trouble with the light tank, around the point here. Panther's the rifle squad. We got 10 kills close veterans, 1 in the south here. Anti-tank swimming all forwards here for Ashablois, freedom and democracy up north here. Some going for the pioneers, need to treat them. Schnell, and they've always got the northern nations. In the centre, the skirmish continues here as Ashablois keeps up leveraging their advantage initiative versus Darkcrow, who remains stalwartly defensive. Fixing up the Panther 4, closer veterans, one of that mighty Panzerkampfwagen 4. Mortar there with ace level, 8 kills. Got a Ralph squad to defend the south there. I honestly feel like that's been more worth like setting a fighting position to defend than leaving a rifle squad to keep that occupied. Seems a bit wasteful to me, a bit wasteful. Northern point being seized here by Ashablois. Darkcrow really needs to get aggressive here, needs to somehow wrest control the map here from Ashablois, and the classic mortar crew bug. Where for the reasons like when they get for some reason the skin of the mortar model sticks to them, so get these sort of really weird, grotesque scenes of the limbs that are all stretched out. Panther fire down here, almost got the mortar. Close call again. 6 kills in the mortar, Panther dictated from the anti-tank gun, both bunched up there. Could have been a good target for the Panzerwerfer. Of course, another thing to consider is he's gone for Mechanized. Wouldn't it make more sense to go for the howitzer rather than the Panzerwerfer? When you think about it. No, they're going. Oh, they're going for Panzerwerfer and a howitzer on top of the mortar. Call me perhaps a bit conservative here, but I feel like that might be a bit much considering everything. And again, the fact they only got 1 tank at the moment, I feel like committing to too much artillery could prove to be detrimental. In particular, considering the Panzerwerfer is not like doing a huge amount of heavy lifting right now for Darkcrow. Battle shifting into a much slower pace now after the initial, very hectic moments with a lot of aggressive maneuver, part because, again, Darkcrow's strategy has shifted so much he can't really afford to play aggressively. He can't really, it's not so much affording, he can't do it because most of his resources are invested into artillery. Smokes then support the southern push, very good. Sherman, there you go, panked on the flank of the Sherman, very good there. Air recons there from Ashablois to search out what he's doing, though, not bad. Howitzer's almost done. Guys being blocked to the Ralph Court, moving in there, trying to Ralph get where they are. Very good guess there. Thumbs up. Medics are going to setting themselves up. Also very good. Another Sherman there for Ashablois, and again, this is where all the artillery could prove to be a bit detrimental for Darkcrow. But there you go. Leichte Feldhaubitze, gefechtsbereit. Fun fact about the 10cm Leichte Feldhaubitze Axene was also used as an anti-tank gun, in particular during Barbarossa. Bombarding the base. They're really hoping to get lucky around, hoping to hit something, aiming for something more specific. Got the mortar them. I'm not so sure they try and hit stuff here with the howitzers. They've just bombarding the base. And again, they can get some lucky hits in there, but a lot of the time they just end up, not hitting much. In this case, they did get lucky. But generally, I would not recommend this type of bombardment approach because it just really requires you to get lucky a lot, and sometimes you'll just have the howitzer keep hitting nothing. So So in this case, the 4 kills is obviously pretty good. But again, it's not what I would advise. Up north here, Piney's pushed back with Lieutenant. Still, Ashablois keeping up great pressure against Darkcrow. And the 2 Shermans out, things going to be tough here for him to keep across. Oh, smokes. That Howard's ended up doing a lot better than I figured it would. Total of 7 kills there. That is obviously pretty damn good. Another pack 40 for Darkcrow. Sherman attack north, which guys try and like sneak in from an angle and maybe hit the howitzer from where Darkcrow doesn't expect it. That said, despite all this artillery work here, Darkcrow is not making a lot of progress about Ashablois, and is still bleeding out of victory points. This halfway done. Panther is close to being ready to fire again. And the mortar, of course, is always ready to fire. In fact, the smoke bombarding here. Thumbs up. Sherman there. Could do with an upgrade. So could the other Sherman, to be honest. Panther's almost ready. Howitzer's almost ready. Panther is ready. And to the front way there. It's off. There you go, Panther barrage off. At the anti-tank guns there, catching. Holy smokes, all the troops as well there. I don't think Ashablois entirely fought that one through. I mean, it's great to maybe follow up with the Howards. Probably not, but you know. Basically on the Howards, Panther, that's pretty good there for Darkcrow. That's setting the South Sherman pushing through here. Pack cleared out. That is bad for Darkcrow. We've got the Panther Sherman forts here. Pack setting up there. That's it. Machine being caught here and being cleared up before connecting up. Pack's also in trouble. The Panther could be trouble. The situation is actually pretty bad in a lot of ways for Darkcrow. Support weapons been cleared out. It hasn't destroyed the pack though. How to there, firing away there, and I think they just haven't to get lucky again. Oh, they're actually shooting at the center now. Thumbs up there to Darkcrow, though. Sadly, they're shooting at the wrong point there, but you know, tactically more advisable. Just a bit unlucky here. Machine gun destroyed. Pack crew there once more by Darkcrow's men. We got 187 to 343. /50 cal pushed back by the mortar and everything else. Then the South Sherman being fixed up. German infantry advancing. North side is not seeing any action there from Darkcrow at all, and he continues just to lack like any significant amount of armor. Whereas Ashablois has 2 tanks. Should consider upgrading that Grenadier Squadron and the light machine, and the more firepower the Darkcrow can master as Ashablois forces, the better. Got the anti-tank holding 4, Panther forming in here in the south. Sherman forts, 9 kills, veterans 1. Lieutenant being blasted. We got the MD4 with the incendiary piercing rounds, unleashing a torrent of death there into the lieutenant. Causing heavy damage there in the center of troops moving forward. Shermans, Stewards all advancing. Cook for down some smoke with the Shermans. Ace level MD4 in the southeast. Sherman flanking around here. Panther barrage, unleashing hell there on the American assault. And Ashablois forces. Support weapons, infantry being hammered by rockets. One of the crews explodes. Other crew, the holding forts of the Zuka team still alive there. Incendiary pips there. Apparently took out the Sherman. Apparently taking enough damage for the incendiary pips to clear it out. That was wow. Not they were able to live with the Triumph for very long before they got murdered by the Americans anyways, but that looked kind of neat. Of course, the pack softened up, but, you know, still neat to see. That's it. Howard's now being caught here by the Rifle Squad. Panther ever being further held back. Panther 4 in a damaged state. Could use the critical repairability, of course, once it's pulled back to safety. Could pop a grenade in the howitzer. Get some anti-tank support out there. Mortar firing down there. That's it. Darkcrow's map control now is really starting to fall apart here. In with all the artillery, he is not able to slow down Ashablois much. Ha. I'm not entirely sure what that particular barrage is supposed to achieve. The south point being seized. Got the northern victory point, at least some harassment. Really got the Steward being moved in to shut that particular offensive maneuver down. Fix up the Sherman. Could soon go for another one. Mortar moving forward to 11 kills. Panther ready to fire again there. Unleashing another barrage here and Ashablois, at least Ashablois suspected positions. That said, oh, actually they're just moving into them, losing a single fellow to a rocket straight to his head. Entertainment's ready here, going up with the Panther 4, shoots and misses. Darkcrow's finally managed to establish some sort of control off the map here versus Ashablois again, though Ashablois still could push for more tanks. But there's also the opportunity here for some P-47 rocket strafes, which, if timed correctly, could really leave Darkcrow in a bad spot. So up north, he was the Gunneries pushing them back. Of course, Darkcrow may want to consider an Ostwind, since, you know, versus airborne. You should not underestimate what the P-47s can do to you. So having the Ostwind ready could do a lot to mitigate American Air Force firepower there. Though so far, Darkcrow's not showing too much interest in that. The South Eagle is being wiped out here on a cheat. Brutal kill there under Ashablois' command. Mortar being caught as well, they push back. Darkcrow's down to run out of infantry squads, whereas Ashablois still has a total of 4. Need to be careful bunching up troops too much out in the open. That's a pretty inviting Panzerwerfer target. One moves troops up, catching the pack for howitzer. Fine way there. Just got a wipe, and there you go, right there. In fact, using the, I don't know which barracks they're using, but there you go, wiped out the Ralph squad. In fact, it's the lieutenant that got wiped there. Pretty good still. Not enough to slow down the advance of Ashablois' forces. Not enough. How to find way there and gets wiped. Right into the base there. Panther 4 knocked as well at this point. Things are utterly falling apart for Darkcrow. Utterly falling apart. Howitter's being destroyed. Entertainment Magnum falling next here. Pioneers charging at Mortar, I think, being accidentally pushed forward as well here. No infantry support either. The situation is completely collapsed here for Darkcrow. And for Deutschland, infantry and support weapons are being utterly decimated. The entire thing is exploding in his hands. Crumbling like a sandcastle at the beach. There you go, Panzerwerfer out. I think at this point Darkcrow's left the match, but currently there's a bit of there where the game doesn't register you've actually left the game for a while there, so it may take a bit there before it actually registers he's conceded. Just a few more moments here, but yeah, his force is being utterly wrecked here. $155 as turn 57. Just a bit more to go, I think. I hope. They're just destroying the base in the meanwhile. But yeah, this match is over here. Darkcrow, I think, you know, shouldn't have committed to the heavy Panzer Corps like he did. He also committed to way too much artillery, which, you know, I feel like was also a bit of a questionable decision. I mean, some artillery is good at particular opponents playing defensively, but unless they're playing very defensively, which Ashablois wasn't, you don't want to commit to too much artillery like Darkcrow did. Should have pushed more tanks, particularly more medium armor from the Suprema Corps, to be honest. Failed to do that, which further, I think, considered initiative here to Ashablois, since again they end up playing too defensively, and it can be difficult for the Wehrmacht to break out this of a sort of defensive posture if they're not careful. And that's basically what happened here, and Ashablois just slowly crushed and suffocated Darkcrow here. So, you know, don't try to play defensive with the Wehrmacht, try to play aggressively, try to, you know, regain initiative when you lose it, and, you know, don't just stall like the heavy Panzer Corps with a single Panzer 4. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Episode tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.